Hello and welcome. Our topic today is the 3 tips to getting in action and staying in action. My name is Patty Lustig and I run the online community called Extreme Productivity. If you'd like to learn more about it, please check out my website at www.sagethink.com. Again, welcome. First question I'd have you ask yourself is, do you procrastinate? And of course, your answer is yes. Then the next question would be, what do you procrastinate on? We all procrastinate on little things, on big things. Another form of procrastination is resistance. I'm going to do it later. Maybe you know you'll get to it, but it's not so comfortable when you're resisting or procrastinating. Well, today I'm going to share 3 tips that I use myself that will help you to get in action and stay in action. And if you want to hop over to www.sagethink.com, I do have a tip sheet that you can download, so you don't have to take a lot of notes right now. And just find a little button that says download the tip sheet for getting things done and staying in action. So first, I just wanted to share a story about myself. So I have 3 businesses, and 4 or 5 years ago, the biggest resistance I had was to anything to do with the finances of the business, especially gathering all the information for the bookkeeper so she could do her work, and of course at the end of the year gathering all the information for taxes. That just felt so boring and uninteresting to me. I didn't want to use my time for it, but it really took a toll on my energy because every single month I knew we were getting further behind, and then by the end of the year we didn't know how many expenses we'd had, if we were going to owe taxes. It was a real tension producer. And that's often what the things that we resist doing make happen for us. Is it causes tension and stress. I think it impacts our bodies. And finally, when I learned some simple tips to getting myself in action and getting myself to stay in action, especially around things that I procrastinate on, ever since then, for the last 2 years, I've gotten my financial stuff done every single month. At the end of the year, it's pretty easy. It's kind of breezy in terms of getting the taxes done. And lo and behold, we actually increased our income because we were tracking what was going on. There's no stress around paying taxes. Really, really made a positive impact. So what I have found are the 3 main things that will help you to get in action and stay in action. One is you want to define exactly what it is you want to get done. Oftentimes we have sort of a nebulous notion. Maybe we just put in our calendar taxes. Well, there's a whole ton of things to do for taxes. So you want to know exactly what is it you want to get done in what period of time. And then you've got to schedule time in your calendar. If you watch a lot of my videos, you're going to see a theme here that you've got to start getting related to your calendar is your map for how you're going to use your time in your life, and you want to follow that map. Just like if you were going from location to location, you wouldn't just say, oh, I think I know how to get there. You would follow a map, or you would follow your GPS, which would tell you exactly how to get there. If you start to use your calendar like that, you're going to notice a difference in your life and the kind of results that you start to produce. So you want to either get one set time that you're going to work on this thing. You want to get your environment set up so you know as much as possible you're not going to be interrupted. And then you want to, and also you may need to set up recurring times to get these things done. So with the bookkeeping, what I have found works is I set aside 3 hours on the first weekend of every month. That's in my calendar. It reminds me several days beforehand. I don't always do it the first weekend, but I always get it done during the month now. And I can't tell you how good that feels. It releases pressure. I have peace of mind. And that kind of goes to the second point, which you got to ask yourself, why does it matter to you to get this done? Why? Well, it mattered to me because we could track our income and expenses. We then knew if we were paying enough for our taxes. And it helped us to increase our money. If we could see that we were off track, then we would work a little bit harder. So it just also gave me like great experience of peace of mind, which is really, really important and critical to being productive in other areas of your life. The third tip is that you want to make yourself accountable to someone that this is what you're working on. So tell someone, on Saturday, during these hours, I'm going to be doing X, Y, or Z. Accountability can make all the difference to getting in action and staying in action. Because usually if you tell someone you're going to do something, you don't want to have to go back and answer to them and say, I didn't do it. Now, a couple bonus tips. Use a timer. The use of a timer can be so valuable. So a proven method is to set your timer for 25 minutes. Our brain seems to be able to feel okay about that. Okay, I just need to focus for 25 minutes. Go to work. Because you have a timer set, you don't need to worry about the time. This also relaxes you. When the timer goes off, take a 5-minute break. Stretch, get something to eat, read your email, look at Facebook, do whatever feels good to you. When that timer goes off, do another 25 minutes. Many high performers in the world use this technique. I invite you to try it. Now, if you have difficulty getting started at all, another good technique is to set your timer for 3 minutes and do 3 things. Could be 3 things that don't have anything to do with what you're focusing on. It gets your energy moving. It gets you in action. And oftentimes you'll find once you've gotten in action, you're interested in staying in action. So this is correlated to Newton's first law of motion that states that a body will remain at rest unless an outside force acts on it. And so often when we're out of the mode of action, our body or our mind wants to remain at rest. And many of these techniques are the outside force that begins to get you moving again. Then it states that a body in motion will remain in motion unless acted upon by an outside force. So oftentimes you'll find once you get going with a project, you don't want to stop. And I know we've all experienced that. So I hope that these tips will help you to get in action and stay in action. Now remember, you can get the tips worksheet at www.sagethink.com. If you want to learn more about the Extreme Productivity Community, you can test it out for 1 month free. Head over to sagethink.com and click on that button, or shoot me an email if you have some questions. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.